I found it the night before our daughter's 6th birthday party, a silver condom wrapper tucked in the pocket where Jennifer used to hide my anniversary cards. The suitcase was open on our bed, caramel brown leather, the one I bought her 3 years ago for our anniversary, monogrammed Jaw, Jennifer Ann Williams. She was in the shower singing something I didn't recognize. Steam leaked from under the bathroom door. I was looking for the birthday candles she'd asked me to pack, the fancy ones shaped like princesses. Emma wanted everything perfect. That's when my hand hit the wrapper. Foil-backed, the kind that crinkles when you touch it. Trojan. I stood there holding it, listening to the water run, and felt gravity reverse. The room tilted, not from anger, not yet. From the feeling that everything I thought was solid had just turned to water beneath my feet. I'd had a vasectomy 2 years ago. After Emma was born, we'd agreed. 2 and done, Jennifer said. She'd held my hand through the whole procedure. I looked at the wrapper again, then at our wedding photo on the wall. One of us was lying. The shower shut off. I had maybe 90 seconds. I took a photo of the wrapper with my phone, hands shaking so hard the first 2 shots blurred. Then I put it back exactly where I'd found it, in the small zippered pocket inside the main compartment, and stepped away from the suitcase like it might explode. Jennifer came out wrapped in her blue towel, hair dripping. "Did you find the candles?" My voice came out steadier than I expected. "Not yet. Where did you put them?" "Kitchen drawer, I think, next to the batteries." She was looking at her phone, not at me. Screen tilted away. Sarah just texted, she's so excited for Portland. Portland. The girls' trip. 4 days with her college friends at some spa resort. She'd been planning it for months. "When do you leave again?" I asked, even though I knew. "Tomorrow afternoon, 2 o'clock Uber." She looked up then, smiled. "You sure you're okay with Emma for the whole weekend?" "Of course." I watched her walk to the suitcase, zip it closed with one smooth motion. The sound of that zipper, metal teeth locking, I'll never forget it. "We'll be fine." She kissed my cheek. Her skin smelled like a lavender body wash. "You're the best, you know that?" I knew I had to ask. Asking meant everything could change, but not asking meant living with the weight of that silver wrapper pressing against my chest every time I looked at her. "Jen." My voice cracked on her name. "Can I ask you something?" "Hmm?" She was looking at her phone again. The screen lit her face blue. "Are you happy? With us, I mean. With me?" She glanced up, and something flashed across her face too fast to read. "Where's this coming from?" I want to make sure we're okay." "Michael." She set the phone down, face down on the dresser. "We're fine. I'm just stressed about work. That's why I need this trip." She touched my arm. "Don't be weird, okay?" Weird. The word sat between us like a third person. "Okay," I said. "Not weird." She smiled, picked up her phone, screen still face down. "I'm going to finish packing. Can you check on Emma?" I walked to Emma's room on legs that didn't feel like mine. She was asleep, nightlight casting star patterns on her ceiling. 6 years old tomorrow. She'd been asking for weeks if we could have a princess party. Jennifer had said yes, then forgot to order the decorations. I'd done it myself, stayed up until midnight 2 nights ago assembling a cardboard castle. I stood in Emma's doorway and watched her breathe. The wrapper in my pocket, the photo of it in my phone, felt radioactive. Jennifer's voice drifted from our bedroom. She was on the phone, voice low. I couldn't make out words, just the tone, light, happy, the way she used to sound when she talked to me. I went downstairs, opened my laptop at the kitchen table. 2:17 in the morning, I typed "what to do if you find evidence of cheating" into Google and then immediately closed the browser. What was I doing? Maybe it was old. Maybe it was from before we met. Maybe, but no. The wrapper was in the pocket where she kept current things. Her passport, her travel lotion, things she used now. My phone buzzed, a calendar reminder. Emma's 6th birthday party, 11 a.m. Don't forget to pick up cake at 9 a.m. I looked at the reminder for a long time. Then I looked at the photo I'd taken. Silver foil, black lettering, proof of something I didn't want to know. Have you ever known something was wrong but hoped you were crazy? That's where I lived for the next 18 hours. In the space between knowing and proving, between suspicion and certainty. If you've been there, if you've ever been told you're dramatic for trusting your gut, just type, "I know," in the comments. You're not alone. Morning came too fast. Emma exploded into our bedroom at 6:30, jumping on the bed. "It's my birthday! It's my birthday!" Jennifer groaned, pulled a pillow over her head. I caught Emma mid-bounce, swung her around. "Happy birthday, princess!" "Where's my presents?" Her eyes were huge, expecting magic. "After breakfast, and after we get ready for your party." "Is Mommy coming to my party?" Emma looked at Jennifer, still hidden under the pillow. I felt something crack in my chest. "Of course Mommy's coming, right, Jen?" The pillow moved. Jennifer's face emerged, makeupless, beautiful in the morning light. For a second, I saw the woman I married. Then she checked her phone, and the moment dissolved. "Wouldn't miss it, baby." But her voice was flat, obligatory. Emma didn't notice. She was 6. She still believed in things. The party was chaos. 12 6-year-olds hopped up on sugar, running through our backyard in princess costumes. Parents I barely knew making small talk about kindergarten graduation. Jennifer stood near the fence, phone in hand, typing. "You two are so lucky," someone said, Mrs. Patterson from next door, "still so in love after all these years." I watched Jennifer laugh at something on her screen. "Yeah," I said, "lucky." Emma opened presents. A Barbie dream house from us, from me, really, because Jennifer forgot to sign the card, and I forged her signature that morning with a Sharpie. Emma didn't notice. She hugged the box, then ran to Jennifer. "Thank you, Mommy." Jennifer put down her phone long enough to hug her back. "You're welcome, sweetheart." But her eyes were somewhere else, on someone else. Emma pulled out her crayons after cake, started drawing at the plastic kids' table we'd set up. I glanced over her shoulder. She was drawing our family, 3 stick figures holding hands. Me on the left, Emma in the middle, Jennifer on the right. Except Jennifer's figure was slightly apart, not holding hands, just near. "That's beautiful, Em," I said, throat tight. "It's our family." She beamed up at me. "We're happy." I looked across the yard at Jennifer. She was texting again. "Yeah, baby, we're happy." Emma whispered something, and I had to lean down to hear. "Why does Mommy look sad?" My heart stopped. "What do you mean?" "At me. She looks sad when she looks at me." Emma's crayon paused over Jennifer's stick figure. "Did I do something bad?" "No." I pulled her into my lap, held her tight. "No, sweetheart, Mommy's just tired from work. You didn't do anything bad. You're perfect." But I looked at Jennifer again and I saw it. Emma was right. There was something in Jennifer's face when she looked at our daughter. Not love, not joy, something closer to obligation or guilt. The last parents left around 3. Emma crashed on the couch, sugar coma, clutching her new Barbie. Jennifer went upstairs to finish packing. I stood in our living room surrounded by discarded wrapping paper and deflated balloons and felt like I was at a funeral, the death of something I couldn't name yet. My phone buzzed. A text from Ryan, my brother. "How's the party?" I typed back, "Fine," then deleted it. Typed, "I think Jennifer's cheating on me." Deleted that too. Finally, "Call you later." 2 o'clock came. Jennifer's suitcase waited by the front door. The same caramel leather, the same monogram. Jaw. Emma hugged her goodbye on the porch. "Don't go, Mommy." "It's just 4 days, baby. Daddy will take good care of you." Jennifer kissed the top of her head, perfunctory, like checking a box. "But I'll miss you." "I'll miss you too," said automatically, already looking at her phone. The Uber was 3 minutes away. I stood behind Emma, hand on her shoulder. Have fun in Portland. Jennifer looked at me then, really looked. And I saw it, a flash of something, fear, guilt, or maybe just annoyance that I was still asking questions with my eyes. I will. She adjusted the suitcase handle. You two have fun too, do something special. We will. I wanted to ask about the rapper, wanted to demand answers, but Emma was right there, and I'd learned over 6 years of parenting that some conversations can't happen in front of children. Some truths are too heavy for small ears. The Uber pulled up, a gray Prius. Jennifer kissed Emma again, waved at me, and walked down our driveway, pulling her suitcase behind her. The wheels made a rhythmic clicking sound on the concrete. Emma waved until the car turned the corner. Bye, Mommy. Then she looked up at me. Daddy, will Mommy come back? Something in how she asked, not if, but will, like she'd thought about this before. Of course she will, sweetheart. Our family doesn't leave each other. We don't leave. I said it with certainty, like it was a fact, a law of physics. Emma nodded, satisfied. We don't leave. I smiled down at her, squeezed her shoulder, but as the Uber disappeared, I opened the Find My Friends app on my phone. Jennifer's blue dot appeared on the map, moving south on Highway 5, toward the airport, toward Portland, toward her friends, or toward something else entirely. Her location was on. She'd forgotten to turn it off. Emma wanted pizza for dinner. I ordered her favorite, pepperoni with extra cheese, and we ate it on the living room floor while watching Frozen for the 100th time. She sang along to every song, cheese dangling from her chin, happy. I checked my phone. Jennifer's blue dot was moving, but not toward Portland International Airport. I refreshed the app. The dot updated. She was heading south on I-5, but then she turned east, away from the airport, away from Portland entirely. My pizza turned to cardboard in my mouth. Daddy, you're not singing. Emma poked my arm. Sing the snowman song. I put the phone face down. Sorry, Princess. Daddy's just tired. But my mind was racing. Maybe she was stopping somewhere first. Maybe there was traffic. Maybe... I picked up the phone again. Opened our shared bank account. No notifications yet. Credit card activity would show up within an hour, usually. Daddy. Emma climbed into my lap, put her small hands on my cheeks, turned my face toward hers. You're sad. No, I'm not. Yes, you are. Your eyes do the thing. What thing? The faraway thing, like Mommy does. 6 years old. And she saw everything. I hugged her tight, breathed in her strawberry shampoo. I'm not sad when I'm with you. You're my favorite person in the whole world. More than Mommy. The question gutted me. You and Mommy are both my favorite. Different kinds of favorite. She considered this, then nodded. Okay, can we have ice cream? Sure, baby, whatever you want. While she ate her ice cream, chocolate chip, her face covered in it, I checked the location again. The blue dot had stopped. I zoomed in on the map. Seattle, not Portland, Seattle. The hotel name appeared when I tapped the dot. The Edgewater Hotel, waterfront property. I opened Safari, searched the hotel, clicked on their website. My hands were shaking again. Starting at $400 per night, luxury accommodations, romantic getaways. I clicked on Book Now just to see. Entered this weekend's dates. One result, presidential suite. 1 king bed, $847 per night. My phone buzzed. Bank notification. Your visa ending in 4829 was charged $932.17 by the Edgewater Hotel, Seattle, WA. Not Portland with her girlfriends. Seattle. And the reservation was for a suite with 1 king bed. I didn't sleep that night. I lay in bed scrolling through her social media while Emma snored softly in the room next door. Jennifer's Facebook was mostly locked down, but she was logged into Emma's iPad. She'd used it last week to show Emma photos of her childhood. I opened Facebook on Emma's iPad, clicked on Jennifer's profile, messages. I hesitated. This was crossing a line. Invasion of privacy. But then I thought about the rapper, the hotel, the lies, and clicked anyway. The most recent conversation was with someone named Derek Thornton. Derek. I knew that name. I scrolled up, hands shaking, reading from the bottom. Jennifer, 2 weeks ago. I can't wait. Just 2 more weeks and we have the whole weekend. Derek, got the suite? King bed? Waterfront view? You're going to love it. Jennifer, what if someone sees us? Derek, in Seattle? No one knows us there. Besides, you said M never checks anything. M. Me. Jennifer, he doesn't. He's so focused on being dad of the year, he doesn't even see me anymore. I had to put the iPad down, walk to the bathroom, stare at myself in the mirror. The face looking back was a stranger's. When I returned, I kept reading. There were months of messages, hundreds of them. Derek, 3 months ago. That dress tonight. Couldn't stop looking at you at the Christmas party. The Christmas party. I remembered it now. Jennifer's office holiday party at that hotel downtown. She'd worn a black dress, complained the whole time about how boring work parties were. I'd spent most of the night talking to one of her co-workers about the Seahawks. A guy with sandy blonde hair and an easy smile. Derek. I'd shaken his hand. Your wife is amazing, man, he'd said. We're lucky to have her on the team. And I'd said, yeah, she's pretty great. I'd met him. I'd shaken his hand. He'd looked me in the eyes and smiled while planning to sleep with my wife. I took screenshots, every message, every photo he'd sent her, pictures of restaurant menus, sunset views, a picture of champagne with the caption, "Can't wait to celebrate with you." I backed everything up to the cloud, created a folder, labeled it Evidence. The word felt clinical, cold, like I was preparing for surgery. Maybe I was. By 2 a.m., I had a timeline. The messages started 4 months ago, right after the Christmas party, flirty at first. You look nice today. Thanks for the coffee. Then more. Jennifer, 6 weeks ago. I feel alive when I talk to you. I forgot what that felt like. Derek, you deserve to feel alive. You deserve to be seen. Jennifer, sometimes I think about just leaving, starting over. Derek, with me? Jennifer, maybe. I read that exchange 5 times. Each time it felt like being stabbed with a duller knife. She'd thought about leaving. Not just cheating, leaving. Walking away from Emma, from me, from the life we'd built for Derek fucking Thornton. Morning came. Emma woke up asking for pancakes. I made them from scratch, her favorite, with chocolate chips in the batter. She ate 4, syrup all over her face. What do you want to do today, princess? Can we go to the park and get ice cream and watch more movies? Absolutely. Whatever you want. We spent the day doing exactly that. Park, ice cream, movies. I was on autopilot, performing happiness while my mind spun through scenarios. Confrontation scripts, divorce lawyers, custody battles. Every time Emma laughed, I felt a fresh wave of rage at Jennifer. She was willing to throw her away. That night, after Emma fell asleep, I called Ryan. Hey man, how's the solo dad weekend? Ryan. My voice cracked. I need to talk to you. Silence. Then, what happened? I told him everything. The rapper, the hotel, the messages, Derek. Jesus Christ, Mike. I met him. I shook his hand. That motherfucker. I don't know what to do. You document everything, every message, every receipt, every lie. You call a lawyer Monday morning and you protect Emma. What if I'm overreacting? What if... Mike, stop. You found a condom wrapper in her suitcase. She lied about where she's going. She's in a hotel with another man. Those are facts. You're not overreacting. You're finally seeing clearly. No explanations, no excuses, just evidence. Yeah, I said quietly. Yeah, okay. You need me to come over? No, I need to figure this out myself. All right, but Mike, don't confront her yet. Not until you have everything documented and you've talked to a lawyer. She's already lied to your face multiple times. She'll do it again. After we hung up, I sat in the dark living room and cried once, quietly, where Emma couldn't hear. Then I stopped, because Ryan was right. There was work to do. Sunday morning, Emma pulled out an old photo album from the bookshelf. "Daddy, tell me stories about when you and Mommy met." We sat on the couch, Emma tucked under my arm, flipping through pages. Wedding photos, honeymoon in Hawaii, Jennifer pregnant, glowing, hand on her belly, Emma as a newborn, both of us looking terrified and thrilled. "You loved Mommy so much," Emma said, pointing at a picture of us kissing at our wedding. Loved. Past tense. 6 years old, and she already spoke in past tense. I did love Mommy. I couldn't say present tense. Not anymore. Emma turned the page, found a photo of the three of us at the hospital when Emma was born. Jennifer holding her, me standing beside the bed, both of us crying happy tears. "Mommy looks different," Emma said. "That was a long time ago." "No, she looks happy. She doesn't look happy anymore." I didn't know what to say to that, because she was right. Emma climbed off the couch, went to her room, came back with a card she'd been making at school. Construction paper folded in half, glitter glue spelling Mom with a backwards M. "It's for Mother's Day, but it's not for 3 more weeks." She opened it. Inside, in her careful kindergarten handwriting, "My mom is special because she gives the best hugs." The glitter flaked off on my fingers. "That's beautiful, Emma. Can I give it to her early? I miss her." I looked at the card, at my daughter's hopeful face, at the photo album full of a family that might not exist anymore. "Sure, baby, when she gets home." Emma hugged the card to her chest, then looked up at me, eyes huge and serious. "Daddy, does Mommy love us?" The question hit like a physical blow. "Why would you ask that, sweetheart?" "She never looks happy when she looks at us anymore. She's always on her phone. And last week I asked her to read me a story and she said she was too busy and I should ask you." I pulled Emma into my lap, held her so tight she squeaked. "Mommy loves you. She's just going through something right now. Adults sometimes have problems that have nothing to do with kids. Is it my fault? No." I lifted her chin, looked into her eyes. "Emma, listen to me. Nothing is your fault. You are perfect. You are loved. Do you understand?" She nodded, but I could see the doubt. This was what Jennifer was doing. Not just destroying our marriage, destroying our daughter's sense of safety. I needed your wisdom here. When someone you love becomes someone you don't recognize, do you fight for who they were, or do you accept who they are? Drop a 1 for fight, 2 for accept. Sunday afternoon, I called Sarah, Jennifer's best friend since college, the one she was supposedly in Portland with. The phone rang 4 times. "Hello?" "Sarah, hey, it's Michael." "Oh, hi Michael, everything okay?" "Yeah, I wanted to ask you something." I kept my voice casual. "What hotel are you guys staying at? Jennifer forgot to tell me and I wanted to send her something." Silence. Long silence. "Sarah?" "Michael." Her voice changed, careful. "Jennifer told us you knew about Derek." My blood turned to ice. "What?" She said you two had an arrangement, that you were seeing someone too. She said it was mutual and you were working through it together." I couldn't breathe, couldn't form words. Sarah's voice cracked. "Oh my God. Michael, I'm in Portland. Jennifer told us you knew. Oh my God. Michael, I'm so sorry." She'd built an alibi. She'd told her friends I knew, that it was okay, that we had an arrangement. This wasn't an impulse. This wasn't a mistake. This was calculated, premeditated. She'd planned for every contingency. "Michael, are you there?" "Yeah." My voice came out hollow. "I'm here. I don't know what to say. We had no idea. She seemed so normal about it, like it was all worked out between you two. Jesus, I feel sick." "It's not your fault." "Where is she really?" "Seattle, with him." Sarah made a sound like she'd been punched. That fucking coward. She lied to all of us. Yeah. What do you need? What can I do? Just, if she asks, don't tell her we talked. Not yet. Of course. Michael, I'm so sorry. You don't deserve this. Emma doesn't deserve this. After we hung up, I sat with that. Jennifer hadn't just lied to me. She'd weaponized her friendships, created a network of alibis, made sure that if anyone asked, there was a cover story ready. How long had she been planning this? Monday morning, I dropped Emma at school and drove straight to a lawyer's office. Criminal defense attorney I'd used once for a traffic ticket. He gave me a referral to a family law specialist. Her name was Patricia Chen. 50-something, sharp eyes, no-nonsense handshake. I told her everything. She took notes, asked questions. Her face remained neutral the entire time. When I finished, she looked at me across her desk. Do you want to save this marriage? I thought about Jennifer's messages to Derek. I feel alive when I talk to you. I thought about Emma asking if Mommy loved us. No. Good. Because based on what you've told me, it's not savable, and frankly, you shouldn't want to save it. She tapped her pen on her legal pad. Here's what you do. Document everything, every text, every email, every receipt. Get copies of bank statements. Keep a journal of her parenting, or lack thereof. Record conversations if you're in a one-party consent state. Washington is one party. Perfect. Record every interaction from now on. Don't tell her you know yet. The moment you confront her, she'll start building her defense. Right now, she thinks she's gotten away with it. That's your advantage. My lawyer said 2 words that changed everything. Document everything. I left her office with a to-do list, bank records, credit card statements, phone records, screenshots, back up everything to the cloud, buy a voice-activated recorder, keep a detailed log. I was building a case, not just for divorce, for custody, because I wasn't going to let Jennifer take Emma from me. Not after everything, not when Emma had already noticed she wasn't happy with us. I pulled out my phone, created a new note titled Evidence Log, and started typing. March 15th, Emma's birthday, found condom wrapper in Jennifer's suitcase. Took photo, confronted her, she deflected, called me weird. March 16th, Jennifer lied about destination, said Portland, actual location, Seattle. Hotel charge, $932 or 17 suite for 1 king bed. March 17th, discovered months of messages with Derek Thornton, co-worker. Met him at Christmas party. Plans started 4 months ago. March 17th, called Sarah, Jennifer's friend. Confirmed Jennifer lied to friends, told them Michael knew about Derek. Premeditated alibi. March the 17th, Emma asked, does Mommy love us? Notice Jennifer doesn't look happy when looking at us. Signs of emotional neglect. I kept typing. Every detail, every moment, every piece of evidence. Facts, cold, hard facts. No emotions, no accusations, just documentation. If you've been there, you know evidence is both a weapon and a shield. Jennifer was supposed to come home Sunday evening. She texted at 5. Jennifer, having such a great time. Girls want to do one more dinner. Taking the 9 p.m. flight instead. Be home by midnight. Give Emma a kiss for me. I read it 3 times, looking for cracks in the performance. Me. Sure. Have fun. Jennifer. Love you. 2 words, typed casually. Like they meant nothing, like she hadn't been in a hotel room with another man for 3 days while I took care of our daughter alone. Love you. I wanted to throw my phone across the room. Instead, I took a screenshot, added it to the evidence folder. March 17th, 5:14 p.m., Jennifer extends trip with girls for one more dinner. Actually extending time with Derek. Emma was playing with her Barbies in the living room, creating elaborate scenarios where the princess saves herself. Mommy's coming home late tonight, I told her. She didn't look up from her dolls. Okay. No excitement? No, I can't wait to see her. Just... Okay. What did that say about the last few months? That a 6-year-old wasn't excited for her mother to come home? I made Emma dinner, gave her a bath, read her 3 stories, tucked her in tight. Daddy? She was half asleep already, clutching her stuffed bear. Yeah, baby? You won't leave, right? Even if Mommy leaves? My heart shattered into dust. Emma. I knelt beside her bed, stroked her hair. I will never leave you. Never. Our family doesn't leave each other. Do you understand? I will always be here. We don't leave, she murmured, eyes closing. That's right, we don't leave. I sat with her until she was fully asleep, breathing steady and deep. Then I went downstairs and ordered a voice-activated recorder from Amazon. Overnight shipping. It would arrive tomorrow, before Jennifer got home from work. I was done being the fool who trusted. I was done being the husband who didn't see her. I saw her now. I saw everything. And I was going to make sure she couldn't lie her way out of it. Jennifer came home at 12:43 Monday morning. I heard her key in the lock, the wheels of her suitcase on the hardwood floor. I was sitting in the living room, lights on, waiting. Michael? She jumped when she saw me. Jesus, you scared me. Why are you still up? We need to talk. Something in my voice made her stop. The suitcase handle slipped from her hand. Is Emma okay? Emma's fine. She's asleep. Then what? I pulled out my phone, opened the Find My Friends app, turned the screen toward her. Want to tell me about Seattle? Her face went white. What? Seattle, the Edgewater Hotel. Suite with 1 king bed, $932.17. She opened her mouth, closed it. Michael, I found it before Emma's birthday. My voice was steady, clinical. The condom wrapper, in your suitcase, in the pocket where you used to hide my anniversary cards. That's not... I have screenshots of every message between you and Derek Thornton, 4 months worth, starting right after the Christmas party where I shook his hand and he told me how lucky your office was to have you. Jennifer sat down hard on the arm of the couch. You went through my phone? You're sleeping with someone else and you're mad about privacy. It's not what you think. I laughed. Actually laughed. The sound came out bitter and sharp. Really? What is it then? Because from where I'm sitting, it looks like you've been fucking your coworker for 4 months while I took care of our daughter and made excuses for why you were always on your phone. Don't. I stood up, went to the kitchen table, picked up the folder I'd prepared. Printed timeline. Hotel receipts I'd called and confirmed. Screenshots of messages. Bank statements with highlighted charges. I dropped it in her lap. Read it. She looked down at the evidence. Her hands shook as she flipped through pages. Michael, please. I called Sarah. Her head snapped up. What? Your alibi, your girl's trip. I called her. She told me something interesting. Want to guess what it was? Jennifer's face crumbled. I can explain. She said you told all your friends that I knew, that we had an arrangement, that I was seeing someone too. I leaned against the doorframe, arms crossed. You didn't just lie to me. You built a whole fucking network of lies. You planned for every contingency. This wasn't a mistake. This wasn't it just happened. This was calculated. I didn't know how to tell you. Tell me what? That you were bored? That you felt invisible? That Derek makes you feel alive? I quoted her own words back at her. Yeah, I read those messages too. She looked at the evidence in her lap, then at me, and I saw something shift in her eyes. The panic faded. Something harder took its place. Maybe if you paid attention to me, instead of always being Dad of the Year, I wouldn't have needed someone else. The words hung in the air like smoke. Are you seriously blaming me right now? I'm just saying... You're saying what? That I was too good a father? Too focused on our daughter? That's the problem? You don't see me anymore, Michael. You haven't seen me in years. I looked at you every day and saw my wife, the woman I married, the mother of my child. I saw you, Jennifer. You just didn't like what I saw. She stood up, the folder sliding to the floor, papers scattered. What do you want me to say? That I'm sorry? fine. I'm sorry. It didn't mean anything. He didn't mean anything. You planned a weekend getaway. You lied to everyone we know. You looked Emma in the eyes on her birthday and lied. And you're telling me it didn't mean anything? It didn't. It was escape. It was feeling wanted. It was selfish. It was selfish. Jennifer's face twisted. Yes, okay? Yes, it was selfish. I was selfish. I wanted something for myself for once. Is that so terrible? You have a daughter upstairs who asked me yesterday if you still love her. That stopped her. What? Emma, 6 years old, asked me, Daddy, does Mommy love us? Because apparently she's noticed that you never look happy when you look at her anymore. Jennifer's eyes filled with tears. She asked me if it was her fault, if she did something wrong, because even a 6-year-old can tell when her mother checks out. I love Emma. Do you? The question came out quiet, deadly. Because from where I'm sitting, you were ready to leave her. I read the messages, Jen. Sometimes I think about just leaving, starting over. With Derek, you talked about leaving our daughter. Those were just words. Words mean things. My voice rose. I lowered it, conscious of Emma sleeping upstairs. Words mean things. And your words said you were done with this family. So, yeah, I think you checked out a long time ago. I'm just the idiot who didn't notice. No tears, no apologies, just accusations. Jennifer wiped her eyes, mascara smearing. So what now? You want a divorce? I want to know one thing first. I picked up one of the scattered papers, a screenshot dated 3 months ago. January 14th. You told Derek you felt trapped. That was the day we took Emma to the zoo. She was so happy. She held both our hands the whole time. You smiled in every photo. Was that fake? All of it? Jennifer looked at the screenshot, then at me. I don't know. 2 words that destroyed everything left. Okay, I said quietly. Okay. I walked past her, started up the stairs. Michael, wait. I'm sleeping in Emma's room tonight. You can have our bed. Tomorrow, you can decide where you want to go from here, but I'm done. We're done. Michael, please. I stopped on the landing, looked back at her, standing in our living room, surrounded by evidence of her betrayal. The condom wrapper. That was for him, right? Not for me. We couldn't have kids anymore. You made sure of that. She didn't answer. Get out of my sight. I went to Emma's room, laid down on the floor beside her bed, and listened to my daughter breathe while my wife cried downstairs. The email came Tuesday afternoon from Ms. Rodriguez, Emma's kindergarten teacher. Subject, concerns about Emma, request for meeting. Dear Mr. Anderson, I wanted to reach out regarding some concerning behavior I've observed with Emma over the past several weeks. She's been withdrawn in class, and her artwork has shown some troubling themes. Today, she asked me if divorce means there won't be any more birthdays. When I gently asked why she was thinking about that, she said, because my birthday made Mommy sad. This broke my heart, and I think Emma may need some additional support right now. I've attached some of her recent drawings for your review. I think it would be beneficial for us to meet and discuss how we can best support Emma during this time. Our school counselor, Mrs. Patterson, is also available if you think that would help. Please let me know your availability this week. With concern, Ms. Rodriguez. I opened the attachments with shaking hands. 5 drawings, all from the past month. The first, our family, but the figures were separated by dark scribbles. Black and gray crayon pressed so hard it left grooves in the paper. The second, a house with 2 stick figures. 1 large, me, 1 small, Emma. No third figure. The third, a figure lying down with X's for eyes. Mommy, written above it in Emma's handwriting. The fourth, just dark scribbles. No figures at all. The fifth, a heart broken down the middle. My family, written at the top. I sat at my desk at work, looking at these drawings, and felt something break inside my chest. Emma knew. Maybe not the details, but she knew. She'd been carrying this weight for weeks, maybe months, and I'd been so focused on catching Jennifer's lies that I hadn't seen my daughter drowning right in front of me. The counselor said Emma had asked her, if parents stop loving each other, do they stop loving kids too? 6 years old, kindergarten. She should be worried about playground politics and which Barbie to bring to show and tell. Instead, she was worried about whether her parents' marriage falling apart meant she'd lose love too. If you're listening to this and you have kids, please protect their hearts first. Always. They see more than we think. If this resonates, just comment, protect. That's all. I called Ms. Rodriguez immediately, set up a meeting for Thursday. Then I called the school counselor and scheduled Emma for weekly sessions starting next week. Then I called Jennifer. We need to talk about Emma. I know, I'm sorry about last night. I don't care about last night. Emma's teacher emailed me. She's been drawing pictures of our family falling apart. She asked her teacher if divorce means no more birthdays because her birthday made mommy sad. Silence. Jennifer, our daughter thinks this is her fault. Oh God, her voice cracked. Oh God, Michael, I never wanted. It doesn't matter what you wanted. It matters what you did. Emma is seeing a counselor starting next week, and you need to be there for her, not for me, not for us, for her. Okay, yes, of course, whatever she needs. Good. I hung up before she could say anything else. That night, I came home to find Jennifer sitting at the kitchen table with her journal open. The leather-bound one, she said, was for gratitude practice. She looked up when I walked in. Her eyes were red, swollen from crying. I was packing to go to my mother's, and I wanted you to read this. She slid the journal across the table. March 15th, Emma's birthday. I didn't want to touch it, didn't want to know, but I sat down, pulled the journal toward me, and read. March 15th. Told Em it's just a girl's trip. He'll never know. Derek says I deserve happiness. Maybe I do. Em is so focused on being dad of the year, he doesn't even see me anymore. Sometimes I watch him with Emma and I feel invisible, like I'm just the person who gave birth to her, but he's the real parent. She goes to him for everything now. She doesn't even ask me for help with homework anymore. She asks him. Part of me wonders if they'd even notice if I left. Derek sees me. When I walk into a room, he lights up. When was the last time Em looked at me that way? Emma's party is tomorrow. I should be excited, but all I feel is trapped. 32 years old, and I feel like my life is over, like everything good is behind me, and all that's left is carpools and parent-teacher conferences and slow decay into middle age. Derek makes me feel young again, alive, like anything is possible. After the party, 3 more days until Seattle, 3 more days until I can be myself instead of Emma's mom or Michael's wife. I know I should feel guilty, but mostly I just feel relief. I read it twice. Then closed the journal carefully and looked at Jennifer. You wrote this during Emma's birthday party. While she was opening presents and eating cake and being 6 years old, you were thinking about him. Yes, you felt trapped by your daughter's birthday. I was unhappy. You felt relieved about cheating on me. Michael, no, stop. I stood up. You don't get to explain this away. These are your words, your thoughts. In your handwriting, you wrote this and then you went upstairs and kissed our daughter goodnight and lied to her face. I know. Do you? Do you actually understand what you've done? Because reading this, I don't think you do. You talk about feeling invisible, about me being focused on Emma. Yeah, I was focused on Emma because I'm her father. That's what parents do. We put our kids first. I put her first. You put yourself first. You put Derek first. You put your feelings first. And Emma paid the price. The journal entry. Told Em it's just a girl's trip. He'll never know. Derek says I deserve happiness. As if that made it better, Jennifer buried her face in her hands. What do you want me to do? I want you to be honest, finally, for once. Did you ever love me? Or was I just convenient? She looked up, tears streaming. I did love you. I do love you. Then why? I don't know. I don't know, Michael. I was unhappy and I didn't know how to fix it, and Derek was there and he made me feel special, and I wanted something for myself. So you took it. Consequences be damned. Yes. She wiped her eyes. Yes, and I'm sorry. I'm so fucking sorry. I would take it all back if I could. But you can't. No. I picked up the journal. Can I keep this? Why? For my lawyer. Her face went pale. You're really doing this. What did you think would happen? That I'd forgive you? That we'd go to couples therapy and hold hands and rebuild trust? I hoped. Hope isn't a strategy, Jen. And I'm done hoping you'll become someone you're not. You showed me who you are. I believe you now. The next email came Friday, from an address I didn't recognize, amanda.thorntonigmail.com. Subject, thank you. Mr. Anderson, my name is Amanda Thornton. I'm Derek's wife. I found your phone number in his contacts when I went through his phone last night. Yes, I did the same thing you probably did. Location tracking, messages, all of it. I wanted to reach out to say thank you. Derek admitted everything last night when I confronted him with the evidence. The Seattle trip, the months of lies, all of it. I'm filing for divorce. We have 2 kids, 8 and 10. They don't know yet. I'm not sure how to tell them their father is a coward who throws away his family for excitement. I know this probably doesn't help your situation, but I wanted you to know that I believe you, that you're not crazy, that we're not crazy for trusting our instincts. And I wanted you to know that Derek is losing everything too. His job is aware. I forwarded everything to HR. His family knows. His friends know. There are consequences for him too. I hope your daughter's okay. I hope you're okay. We're the collateral damage, but we're also the survivors. Thank you for telling the truth. Amanda. I read the email 3 times. Derek's wife, 2 kids, 8 and 10. He'd thrown away his family too. For what? A weekend in Seattle? The thrill of something new? I forwarded the email to my lawyer. More evidence, more proof that this wasn't just about me and Jennifer. This was bigger. Derek had a family. Amanda had trusted him. 2 more kids were about to learn that families could break. Jennifer's phone buzzed that evening. She looked at it, and her face drained of color. What? Derek's wife knows. She emailed HR. Derek just got suspended pending investigation. Good. Michael, no, I don't care what happens to Derek. He made his choices. So did you. Now you both get to live with them. His marriage is over. So is ours. She looked at me with something like desperation. Does it have to be? I thought about Emma's drawings, the broken heart, the X's for eyes, the dark scribbles. I thought about the journal entry. Part of me wonders if they'd even notice if I left. I thought about the condom wrapper still in my evidence box, a silver reminder of the moment everything changed. Yeah, I said quietly, it does. Monday morning, I met with Patricia again. Brought everything, the messages, the hotel receipts, the journal, Sarah's testimony, Amanda's email, Emma's teacher's concerns, the drawings. Patricia read through everything methodically, making notes. When she finished, she looked up at me. This is actually one of the strongest cases I've seen. The evidence of infidelity is irrefutable. The documentation of her checking out as a parent is extensive. And Emma's teacher's email about her emotional state, that's powerful. What does that mean? It means you're going to get primary custody. Jennifer will get visitation, but the court will prioritize stability for Emma. And given that you've been the primary caretaker for months, years, it sounds like, the court will recognize that. She's going to fight it. Let her. We have evidence. She has excuses. Patricia leaned back in her chair. Michael, I know this is hard, but you're doing the right thing for yourself and for your daughter. It doesn't feel right. It feels like everything's falling apart. It is, but sometimes things have to fall apart before they can be built into something better. You're not destroying your family. You're protecting what's left of it. Shout out to everyone who's walked this road. You didn't deserve it, but you survived it. And that's power. Share your timeline in the comments. How long from discovery to freedom? The separation papers were served 2 weeks later. Jennifer signed them at the kitchen table while I made Emma lunch in the next room. You really want to do this? She looked up at me, pen in hand. Yeah. Just like that? 11 years together. Gone? No, not just like that. You made choices for 4 months. Every text to Derek, every lie, every moment you chose him over us. Those were your choices. This is mine. She signed the papers. The pen scratched across the page. Final. Irreversible. What do we tell Emma? The truth. Age-appropriate version. We tell her that mommy and daddy are going to live in different places, but we both still love her very much. That this isn't her fault. That nothing will change how much we love her. She's going to hate me. Maybe. Or maybe she'll understand that sometimes people make mistakes, big ones, and sometimes those mistakes have consequences. I never wanted to hurt her. But you did. You hurt all of us, and now we have to figure out how to heal. Jennifer picked up her copy of the papers, folded them carefully. I'm moving in with my mom for now, until I find an apartment. Okay. Can I come to Emma's counseling sessions? Ms. Rodriguez said it might help. If the counselor thinks it's appropriate, yes. She stood up, grabbed her purse. At the door, she turned back. Michael? Yeah. I did love you. I know you don't believe me, but I did. I do. I looked at her standing in the doorway of the house we'd bought together 7 years ago. The house where we'd brought Emma home from the hospital. The house where we'd been a family. I know, I said. That's what makes this so sad. She left. The door closed behind her. I heard her car start, heard her drive away. In the living room, Emma was playing with her Barbies. I sat down beside her. Where's Mommy going? Grandma's house. For a little while. Is she coming back? I picked up one of the Barbies, helped Emma dress it. Mommy's going to live at Grandma's house now, but she'll still come visit you. You'll see her all the time. Emma processed this, her small face serious. Are you and Mommy getting divorced? 6 years old. Too young for this, but smart enough to know. Yeah, baby, we are. Because of me? I pulled her into my lap, held her tight. No, never because of you. Adults sometimes grow apart. That's what happened with me and Mommy, but nothing, and I mean nothing, will ever change how much I love you. You are the best thing that ever happened to me. Do you understand? She nodded against my chest. Daddy? Yeah? Will you leave me? My heart broke and healed at the same time. Never, Emma. I will never leave you. We don't leave. Real families don't leave. Are we still a real family? Just us two? I looked down at my daughter, her big eyes, her trust, her hope. The realist, I said. No drama, no revenge, just boundaries. 6 months later, I hung Emma's new drawing where our wedding photo used to be. Silver frame, the same one that held our wedding picture for 7 years. But the photo inside was different now. Emma had drawn it last week in art class. 2 stick figures holding hands, one tall, one small, both with huge smiles. A dog between them. We'd adopted a rescue beagle named Scout 3 months ago. The sun in the corner was bright yellow, taking up a quarter of the page. At the top, in Emma's improving handwriting, my family. I stood back, looked at it, hanging on the wall. The therapist said Emma was doing well, better than expected. The weekly sessions were helping. She was drawing in color again, yellows and pinks and purples. The dark scribbles had faded. Jennifer saw her every other weekend and 1 evening a week. She'd moved into a studio apartment downtown, went to therapy herself, sent child support on time, showed up when she said she would. It wasn't perfect. Emma still asked sometimes why Mommy left, still wondered if she could have done something different. But she also laughed more now, really laughed. the kind that came from her belly and filled the house. She felt safe. Scout barked from the kitchen, probably begging for dinner. Emma ran in from the backyard where she'd been playing, dirt on her knees, smile on her face. "Daddy, can we make cookies? The chocolate chip ones?" "Sure, princess. Go wash your hands." She ran to the bathroom, Scout following at her heels. I looked back at the drawing on the wall. 2 people instead of 3. A dog we adopted last month, both of us with smiles that reached our eyes this time. She titled it My Family. And you know what? She's right. This is my family, not the one I planned, the one I protected, the one I chose to keep. Emma came back, hands wet, held them up for inspection. "Clean. Perfect. Let's make cookies." We spent the evening in the kitchen, flour everywhere, Scout eating dropped chocolate chips off the floor. Emma stood on a stool, helping me mix the batter, singing a song she'd learned at school. When the cookies came out of the oven, we ate 3 each while they were still warm, milk mustaches on both our faces. "Daddy?" Emma looked up at me, cookie crumbs on her cheeks. "Yeah, baby?" "I'm happy." 3 words, simple, true. "Me too, sweetheart." "Are we always going to be together? Just us?" I pulled her close, kissed the top of her head. "Always. I promise." "We don't leave," she said like it was a fact, a law of physics. "That's right. We don't leave." Emma taught me that family isn't who hurts you, it's who heals you. If you found your chosen family after loss, share your story below. Who showed up for you when your world fell apart? Let's celebrate them. Later, after Emma went to bed, I sat in the quiet living room and thought about everything that had led here. The silver wrapper, still in a box in my closet, evidence I'd never need again but couldn't throw away. The hotel receipts, the messages, the journal, all filed away with the divorce decree. The drawings, Emma's broken hearts replaced by whole ones. Jennifer had called last week, asked if we could talk, really talk, about maybe trying again. For Emma's sake, she said. I'd said no, not with anger, not with bitterness, just no. Because I'd learned something in those 6 months. That love without trust isn't love at all. That we don't leave doesn't mean we stay with people who already left us. That sometimes the bravest thing you can do is walk away from what's broken and build something new with what remains. I stood up, turned off the downstairs lights, checked the locks, stopped at Emma's door on my way to my room. She was asleep, holding her stuffed bear, Scout curled at the foot of her bed. Her nightlight cast star patterns on the ceiling, the same patterns that had been there since she was a baby. I could hear her breathing from the hallway. Safe, steady, peaceful. That sound, that's what home sounds like. Not promises, not rings, not photos on walls, just breathing. Safe, steady breathing, that's enough. That's everything. I pulled her door almost closed, leaving it cracked the way she liked it. Walked to my own room, climbed into bed, and slept through the night without checking my phone once, without wondering where anyone was, without doubting what I knew to be true. We don't leave. We never leave. But we also don't stay where love walked out first. And that's the difference between loyalty and foolishness, between family and fantasy, between a life built on lies and one built on truth. Emma's asleep now. Scout's snoring from her room. Tomorrow we're going to the park, then getting ice cream, then maybe adopting a fish to go with the dog. Normal things, simple things, the things that matter. I hung Emma's drawing where the wedding photo used to be. 2 people instead of 3. A dog we adopted last month, both of us with smiles that reach our eyes this time. She titled it My Family. And you know what? She's right.